You know that feeling, right? You've got this amazing idea, but you're just stuck. How do you actually make it real? Well, that whole journey, from that first spark to a thing you can actually hold in your hands, it really needs a map. And today, we're going to look at a super powerful blueprint that is exactly that.
And this solve framework we're about to dive into, it's the brainchild of one person, Dr. Kwasi Osifo-Mpadu. He's the one who put together this incredible process to guide pretty much anyone, innovators, problem solvers, you name it, every single step of the way.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to get the big picture view of Dr. Mpadu's entire design process. Then we're going to zoom way in on one specific critical step to see what makes it the real blueprint for creation. And finally, we'll see how that one step helps turn a plan into an actual physical prototype.
All right, let's start with the full framework. And you got to understand, this isn't just for one type of industry. It's really a universal guide for bringing just about any idea to life.
And here it is, the whole shebang. Dr. Kwasi Osifo-Mpadu's 10-step design process. It's his amazing journey that literally takes you from that first aha moment of seeing a need through all the tough research and brainstorming and all the way to actually making and launching the thing. It's the full cycle.
Now here's what's so cool about this. Dr. Mpadu actually took the traditional engineering design process and tweaked it to make it work for basically anything people do. Seriously, we're talking about everything from archaeology to zoology. So whether you're building an app or starting a community project or even designing a new science experiment, this framework has your back.
Okay, so we've seen the whole map. Now it's time to do a serious deep dive. Because while every single step is important, there's one in particular that acts as this huge turning point. It's the moment your idea starts to feel real. Yep, we're zooming in on step 8.
Step 8. This is it. This is where all that awesome planning finally meets the reality of, actually building something.
And it has a name, detailed design. Think of it as the super important bridge that takes your best idea and turns it into a concrete, buildable plan.
So if you look at the process map again, check out where detailed design is sitting. It's right after you've picked your best idea, but just before you start building that first prototype. And that's no accident, right? It's the absolutely essential link between choosing your direction and actually starting the journey.
So what is detailed design really? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like an architect's final blueprint before a single brick is laid, or maybe a chef's super precise recipe before they even turn on the stove. The point is, it leaves absolutely nothing to chance.
Dr. Mpadu's own definition is perfect here. It's all about creating a full set of drawings for every single part of your design. Let that sink in. Not just the main pieces. We're talking every screw, every wire, every little component. This is the stage where you have to be totally precise. And this lays it all out beautifully. This stage isn't just one thing. It's a whole collection of crucial information. You've got your drawings, dimensions, materials, the works. So let's break that down a bit.
Okay, so you basically need two kinds of drawings. First, assembly drawings. They show how all the pieces fit together. Then you have detailed drawings, which is a separate blueprint for every single little part. And this is key. Dr. Mpadu insists that every detailed drawing has to specify everything. All the dimensions, all the materials, how big is it, what's it made of? You have to answer every single one of those questions on paper before you can even think about building.
So you might be thinking, man, that is a lot of work. And it is. But why go through all that trouble? Well, the whole point of detailed design is to create the instruction manual for reality. It's that last critical step before you go from just a plan to an actual prototype.
And this quote, straight from Dr. Mpadu, just nails it. The drawings themselves, they aren't the final product. Their entire reason for existing is so that you can build a prototype, a test model that you can physically touch and test out.
Because here's the thing about creating anything new. You almost never get it right on the first try. In fact, the whole purpose of building that first prototype is to find the flaws. Physical testing is going to show you all the little weaknesses you just can't see on paper. And when it does, that's not failure. That means the process is working. It means you go back, you make it better, and you try again.
So there you have it. Dr. Mpadu's process gives us this clear, step-by-step map to get from a simple idea to a finished thing. And step 8, detailed design, is that make-or-break moment where the idea becomes a concrete plan, the literal blueprint for creation. It's just a great reminder that real innovation comes from really solid preparation.
So that just leaves one question. Now that you have the blueprint, what great idea are you going to design?